Amazon stock 19 with a 21 split and the 1.2 trillion valuation of almost 500 billion sales. What doubts do we have about Amazon stock? Well, of course, as Jeff Bezos says, is that the stock is not the company. Having 500 billion sales almost 2021, valuation 1.2. That means that a valuation of any company is 2.1 times approx the sales. Question is, of course, they are adjusting infrastructures, same as the governments are doing, selling councils, province, castles, yellow houses, and all the different public buildings that can be digital nowadays. Let me see. Okay, just in case it's digital. Yeah. So we don't need those infrastructures. But Amazon did invest before raw materials grew 100%. So it was huge timing. Now 1.2 million workers is a question of inflation and a question of profit. Will we get to see again with microchips production of electric cars? Then shares will grow. But the most important thing is 500 billion sales of Amazon and 1.2 trillion valuation. What do these words of Jeff Bezos have to say? Does the company express by a valuation? Of course not. The disruption of Amazon is going from point A to point V. So all small companies, at least in Spain and in Europe, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workers cannot compete with Amazon. I explained in the previous video about the price of milk, 20 cents, and then when we buy it in the shelf, €1, because it goes via 5 different small medium companies, distributors that have to present the profit and loss, the VAT, the sales, all these accounts. Each company needs one accountant. Now, all these cost saving, Amazon does not have. So if you are a small medium company worldwide, you have no future. Then we have these 5 institutions like the council, the province, the Basque government, the central government, the European government, VAT, bureaucracy and international taxes. Then this is the income tax. Yes, this is social security. And then we have these taxes for the building and taxes for activity and taxes for everything. These 5 institutions. Of course, this implies that you also need an accountant, each small medium company, which Amazon does not have. Therefore, the revenue of Amazon will grow. Shareholding value is not the company. I agree with that. And also, I agree that if you have 1.2 million workers and already the infrastructure is working, perhaps some companies have minimum wage too high. And that's a huge company that we are starting to see in many countries. There is developing countries that have much lower minimum wage. Should Amazon be really competing as a must, working in the cost structure of the labor force, like we all companies have to. It has a huge advantage, times 5 accountants, times 5 the taxes, times 5 presentation of all the different bureaucratic papers, of course, times 5 A to B distribution, but it has not really started to make cost cut in the productivity, which I believe that should it start planning, thinking, do I really need to be in a very expensive country where labor force is above 100,000 US dollars, or should I transfer all that talent to other countries that have much less tax and much less wages for the same service? Then how many of those 500 billion sales of Amazon would be profit? Well, that's why I'm a shareholder of Amazon. I don't really trust that the share value and the revenues or the profits are the company. I trust that revenues are the company. And I think that they need to do some cost cutting big way and communicating it. We will stay put. Thank you very much indeed for your time. Like and subscribe. We will see after this split, after this shareholder shares buyout, which of course need to be in the long term 20%, 25% of profits and communicated. Then of course the cost cut of, do I really need 1.2 million workers today? What can I really think worldwide so that I can really make the most of this and communicate to shareholders? We're looking forward to that. We have time, don't we? Because meanwhile, companies of 1, 2, 3 workers worldwide, small medium companies, will be cut out of the market. Why? Ask institutions, ask the governments, ask bureaucracy. You will see how prices of food and raw materials keep going up because of them. Unless they cut 95% tax, it's a huge competitive advantage for Amazon. That's why I'm a shareholder. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.